Good morning. This is take 3. Yep. I didn't hit the play button on the first one. And the second one, the video stopped at 11 minutes. So we're going to try again. And what day is it? I'm going to give you a hint. That's right. It's Friday, the Friday dance. Woohoo! All right, so it's Friday. And do we know what month it is? January, February, March. And the day, the 27th. And what year? 2020. That's right. Today is Friday, March 27th, 2020. That's right. And I got some messages yesterday. Thank you for your messages. Saw some artwork, saw a train. I really appreciate seeing messages when they come up on my phone. Thank you. And we're going to do the weather today. So I'm going to check my phone and I'm going to check outside. So if you want to look outside, you can look outside your window and I'll look outside my window. It's cloudy today. So what does my phone say? It's saying sunny, partly cloudy and sunny. So that's good. The sun should come out today and 1 degree. A little bit colder than yesterday. That's all right. No problem with that. And I'll give you an update on the news today. Prime Minister Johnson from the United Kingdom, like London, England, he has the coronavirus. He tested positive. He has mild symptoms like Prince Charles, and he's going to work from home, he said, and be self-isolated. But yeah, so that's one of the major leaders of the world, and he has the coronavirus. The other news about the royal family is that Meghan and Prince Henry are moving to LA. I know they were supposed to be in Canada, but I guess she wants to be close to her family. I can understand that in the times that we're having right now, so she's moving with the family to LA. Yeah, so they won't be in Canada anymore. Some fun thing that someone created was a bear search, and what you do is if your community puts bears out on their window, then families can sit in their car and drive around and do a bear hunt. I thought that was pretty fun. That's cool. I'm not exactly sure where that was happening, but maybe it'll catch on in our area. I didn't hear about Trudeau. I didn't watch Trudeau yesterday, but I did see Ford, and he continues to encourage people to stay home and encourages people to not worry in regards to the financial part because he really wants to help families out. And Trump continues to want the United States to be open for Easter and start opening businesses, but not everybody agrees with him, especially New York State. They're struggling extremely hard right now in regards to the virus, and they're like working minute by minute and very overwhelmed, and they need more help. So hopefully they'll get that support that they need. We have a comic today from Snoopy and Charlie Brown. It's kind of a funny one since we're talking about dogs, right? So Snoopy has his bowl and he brings it to Charlie Brown, and Charlie Brown doesn't notice him, so he makes a little noise. And Charlie Brown says, "Oh, come now. If you're trying to tell me it's supper time, you're way off." And then Charlie Brown puts his hands in the air You're not even close. And then he says, you may think it's supper time, but it isn't. Your clock must be off. And then Snoopy goes back to his house. And in his head he thinks, that's hard to believe. Because he has that beautiful grandfather clock. So it must be telling the right time. Anyway, that's funny. Ollie does that. Ollie does that at supper time. She'll come to me at 4 and her dinner's time is at 5. Does your dog do that? Do they come to you before their time for being fed dinner or breakfast when their bowl is empty and they're telling you to put some food in it? I think a lot of dogs do that. So I'll talk about the birds that I saw yesterday. Yesterday I saw a crow. He was very loud. And I saw or heard some mourning doves. I actually didn't see them. And then I saw some golden finches. So I'd like you to listen to this and tell me which bird you think it is of those 3. Do you think it's crows, mourning doves, or golden finches? If you said golden finch, you're right. There were trees filled with golden finch, and under the tree was a bird feeder, and all of the birds were going down to get some feed, and then they would go back up into the tree, and they were just singing, 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 singing. It was very pretty. So when Ollie and I do go for our walks in the morning, the song of the birds is so strong and loud, and it's really nice. Like the early bird gets the worm. I guess that means birds get up early in the morning because that's when their song's the strongest. And at night it's not as strong. It's a bit more quiet. So yesterday we had this item for you to guess what it was. And did anyone guess? It's a piece of wood from a tree that a beaver has chewed off. And it was laying on the ground next to a whole bunch of other ones of these because a beaver had gone all the way around the tree and chewed so that the tree would fall and they could bring that tree branch to their dam. So where Ollie and I go to that little river, there's also a beaver dam. And this is part of the tree that they had chewed down so they could put it on their beaver dam. Very cool, right? And I wanted to know when they actually, sorry, I have an itchy foot today. When do beavers actually build the dam? And they are nocturnal, so they work at night. So if I wanted to get a picture of them, I'd have to go around dusk or early morning when the sun's coming up to try and see them working away on their beaver dam, which I might do. I could set my alarm to do that. The other item that I had today is in a jar. So can you see him? He's back there. He was a little bit closer. Let's see if I can move him. He's on a little leaf. Do you see that? He's black and rust color, and he's fuzzy. Do you know what those are? If you said a woolly bear caterpillar, you are right. And an interesting fact about them is the larger the rust color, that means it'll be a mild winter. So if the rust color is small and there's more black, that means it'll be a very cold winter. I love learning. Learn something new every day. The other item that I brought, because I'm going to put the caterpillar back outside, is this item. So this is the item I want you to give a name to for Monday. What do you think this is? I'm not going to tell you today. I'll tell you on Monday. And this is our pussy willow, cattail, pussy willow. It's still kind of growing. There's always so much interesting things outside in nature, isn't there? And I'm going to ask you, what did you have for dinner last night? I know someone that actually had a hot dog. And it wasn't the traditional person that always has hot dogs every night. It was someone different that had a hot dog yesterday. Isn't that funny? I'm going to guess what you had for dinner last night. Maybe ham or lasagna or spaghetti. How about one of those? Did you have one of those? No? I'm sure someone had hot dogs again. Right? I know. And today, I wonder what you're going to have for dinner today. It's Friday, so you could have maybe pizza or poutine or French fries. There's so much to have. I love food. What did I have for dinner last night? Max and I had a meat pie. It was the last meat pie in the freezer from Christmas, and so I pulled it out and put it in the oven, and we had meat pie for dinner. It was very good. It's my mom's mom, my grandmother. I called her Meme because she was French. It was her recipe. And it's very good. Let's see. Has anyone watched any good movies? I haven't watched any movies really. I've been watching the news a lot. And I also would like to maybe have a garden on my deck. So I'm thinking of maybe getting a greenhouse. So I was investigating how to do that. Because a lot of places, like the Home Hardware in Thornbury, if you order something from them online, they'll deliver it right to your house. So that would be good. I could still do that. Do some gardening. That would be nice. So if you have been watching anything, if you have a suggestion for a movie, that would be fun. You could send me a message and then I could say it on the show. Or what is this? Almond Time. The Almond Time show. So that would be fun. I guess I'll read my book now. We've been reading about dogs, which is funny that we're doing Snoopy as our comic now instead of cats, which was Garfield. So we learned that a bear and a dog came from the same ancestor, which is so interesting. So I'll keep reading in that book. It says, Tamarctus was quite wolf-like in appearance, with its long bushy tail, small pointed ears, and runner's legs. In addition, it was fully adapted to chasing game. Tamarctus could run a deer hour after hour, never tiring. Its keen sense of smell allowed it to track quarry in the dark and tangled underbrush, and its sharply pointed fangs were designed for tearing. Ooh. Tamarctus had come a long way from the primitive Miasis. It was true dog in almost every way. Yet the thing to remember at this point is that the dog and bear have a common ancestor. One must go a long way back in time to find the relationship, although both modern animals carry certain resemblances. But Miasis stands at the head of the line, a true founding father of the modern dog. The meeting between man and dog must have taken place at almost the same time that man became intelligent, tool-using beings. That was some 500,000 years ago. Fossils found in some of man's early cave dwellings indicate the presence of dogs. Actually, the dog was man's first domestic animal. Oh, domesticated animals. We've been doing that in math. This relationship soon became a partnership. An early cave painting showed dogs helping men to trap wild game. It is conceivable that in those primitive times, dogs also stood guard at their masters' caves, played with the young children, and helped to haul loads. So here's a whole bunch of different types of dogs that they're saying came from the original. This is the one they're talking about right now. Tamonctus. Okay, so we'll keep reading that. That's very interesting. And we all have interests in dogs, so that's fun. So, some suggestions for this weekend. Maybe you can play some sock bocce ball, or you could listen to music and draw art, or you can go for a walk maybe and find a woolly bear caterpillar. Or I don't know if anyone's starting to put bears in their window, but if you see someone's got a teddy bear in their window, you have to text me and let me know, okay? I wish everybody a great weekend. I hope everybody is safe. I miss you, and take care, and I'll see you soon. See you on Monday. Bye.